What do you mean it sucks?
This pepper beef is too damn spicy.
What are you talking about? This is good.
How's it going, guys? Pepper Spice here. Hope you guys are doing alright. The same intro as always. Episode 3 of Tekken Quick Tips is gonna cover the basic thing that may not seem very, simple. I mean, seems very obvious, but at the same time, it's kind of important to remember. Even, I forget it, a lot of people forget it in high-pressure situations, is do not mash. What is mashing? If you don't know what that is pressing a lot of attacks, just hoping that one of them will hit when you really shouldn't be attacking. Like, for example, I'm gonna keep pressing buttons, and actually, even though I hit Paul a couple times, I should really stop attacking by this point, because during all of these attacks, I'm vulnerable, because I'm constantly putting myself into a situation. Think about it like this. By constantly attacking when I do not need to attack, or also shouldn't attack, I'm constantly putting myself into a situation where I'm gonna be counter hit, and I'm putting myself into a situation where I cannot defend myself. So even after you a combo can only go on for so long. So once combo is over, and I continue to keep attacking, the opponent can still block. At one of these points or the other, I'm gonna be in a vulnerable position depending on the attacks that I do. So I shouldn't keep attacking. There's a time for attacking, and there's a time to not attack. And one of the most I want to talk about here is actually... Okay, so one of the most obvious examples is don't attack when you've been hit, because if you think about it in a real life kind of scenario, if you got punched, obviously you're gonna feel pain from that, and you're not gonna punch back right away. So you need a little bit of time to recover. Some people can stomach it more than others. But the point of the matter is that when you've been hit, obviously you've taken damage in real life or in the video game. You need to assess that damage, and then you can get back into the ring and start fighting again. You can't just start you're taking blows in the stomach and you just start throwing moves blindly. You just can't. That's not a good way to fight, both in here and in real life. You can't fight like that. So I mean, for example, I'm gonna get hit and try to fight back. No. Can't do anything against that. And this seems oh shoot, how do I defeat this? Well, it's simple. When you've been hit, block. That's all it is. In the high pressure situation, I understand that you want to fight, you want to hit, you want to get back at the opponent. But really, the generic rule, there are a few scenarios, and once you have a greater grasp of the game, you can be oh, I've been hit, but I can do X, Y, and Z to get myself out of the situation where I'll be hit again, even though I shouldn't be attacking when I've been hit. Most of the time, 80% of the time, once you've been hit, start switching your game plan entirely to defense. That does not mean blocking. It means just think about how to avoid the next attack. So I've been hit already. How can I prevent myself from being hit again? Sometimes it's as simple as just hold back. Watch this. If I, instead of being hit like this, okay. Yeah, see, punish. So simple as that. Instead of being blown up for damage, I was patient, I was reserved, I saw what move he did next, and I punished it accordingly. So, yeah, something like that as well. So, in that scenario, because I was rewarded for my patience. But let's say the next move was a safe move. Well, I can get around that too. Well, actually, I don't know if I can get around like that. Let's see. Yeah, by stepping it. Now, of course, that's on block. Let's say, because in this specific scenario, being hit into a jab and then trying to sidestep, for example, like this, would not work because I'm being hit too much so that I don't have time to sidestep. That wouldn't work. So in this scenario, I can't sidestep to get away from this position. So that takes sidestepping out of the picture. So all I have to do really is just block. That's the best thing I can do. Predicting that there's going to be a mid-attack next, I just hold back. That's all it is, really. Just alright, my turn is over for attacking. I'm going to wait and see what he does, and hopefully I can stop his offense with a block or a sidestep or backdashing. and then I will be able to get back into the fight. And so on and so forth. So that's one scenario of mashing cannot be beneficial to you. The other one is the opposite scenario, where in an offense scenario. For example, do not attack after you've blocked something. Sometimes this is not a good idea, and I'm going to show you why in a second. So even though I blocked the first attack, I cannot hit Paul with a certain move. If I can use a faster move, I'm sure I can hit Paul. Yeah, 1-2 would probably hit him. But let's say it's not on my mind. Let's say I think this move is over, and I can start hitting Paul with a Punisher. Let's say I think that move is really bad, so I'll try forward 2. So I'll block it, and I'll try forward 2. Cannot hit Paul. Why is that the case? I blocked his move, right? So he should be tired from attacking. So I should be able to hit him back. But it's not working. Why is that not working? Because I'm trying to hit him in the middle of his string. And that's another bad scenario, is that you need to choose when the best time is to fight back. You need to test the waters a bit and be like, what is exactly going on here? What move is he attacking with? Obviously, in this move, I cannot hit Paul for when I block that move, because there's a follow-up. So if I'm not be able to do that, then I need to be a little bit more patient and think about, like, alright, when's the next time I can attack Paul? Because it's clearly not here. I can't attack him there. But what if I wait for the whole thing? Something like that. Before, in the previous scenario, I was too far to hit Paul with my Punisher. So instead of making myself block it, I was able to move out of the move's direction and create a scenario where I could get a launcher into a combo, which is going to be really, really, really good. So that would be the best time to attack. If I attack here, well, actually, that worked too, but let's say sometimes it's out of range, right? So sometimes it's out of range, and that's bad, because now I just whiffed in Paul's face, and he can hit me for free. So instead of blocking it, sidestep to the right, and punish accordingly. So once again, it's about choosing the best time to attack. I'll give another scenario right here. So let's talk about this scenario, right? So Paul is gonna keep jabbing me, and I need to fight back. So I'm gonna try fighting back. Oh no, what happened there? Once again, even though my move is being blocked, I'm blocking his move, I still can't hit him back after his move is being blocked. And this, of course, entirely depends on the type of move that is being blocked, but you'll discover this with experience. So clearly, I cannot attack Paul directly, or guaranteed at least, after a jab, because in this scenario, look what he's doing. I've made Paul do. After 2 jabs, Paul's gonna sidestep to my weak side, and then he's gonna do a shoulder. And I cannot defeat that with a normal attack. I am trying to hit Paul with my fastest move to just start back the fight, and he just baited my attack back because he knew that I was gonna try to fight back, and he took advantage of that and created a scenario where he could hit me. So basically, what I'm trying to say here is, do not continue to attack. There is a time for attacking, and there is a time for defense. When you are on defense, do not continue to fight after you've been hit. Most of the time. There are many scenarios where you can, but those are very specific and niche scenarios. Most of the time, once you've been hit, immediately switch your brain to the defensive mindset. Start thinking about defense. That does not always mean block. Sometimes it can mean sidestep, sometimes it can mean backdash. And if you can't sidestep, you should block. And if you can't backdash, you should block. Blocking is always an option as long as something is not guaranteed. And in this reverse scenario, just because you block an attack does not mean that you are able to hit it back. You need to understand and see the animation. What kind of move is it? Is it a fast move? Is it a really slow and looks like extremely punishable move? Can Paul continue to attack? What is his option? What is he thinking? Is this a string? Is the move over? Now, this seems like a lot of things, but it'll all come with experience. So sometimes you gotta be really patient, both in offense and in defense. You have to not understand that sometimes trying to fight is not gonna make you the win. Choosing when to fight and when to be on defense is really important at all levels of Tekken. There are playstyles of someone's really aggressive, someone's really defensive, but to me, it's not a matter of style. It's a matter of what type of playstyle is best for the situation at hand. Hope that help you guys out. Thank you guys for watching, and follow me on the social medias, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.